Hey guys, welcome to my Resident Evil tier list. This is a tier list of all the games of Resident Evil, the ones I've played. I'm not going to do the ones I've not played. I'll give you the link in the description if you want to do this yourself. We've got a couple of tiers here. I've put like amazing to awful, F being awful, S being amazing. So let's quickly get into this. I'm just going to go off the cuff here and quickly do it as fast as I can. Oh, it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. So, like I said, the games I haven't played, I'm not going to rate. The only one I might rate is probably this, and just put it straight in there. Umbrella Corpse. Well, I'm not even going to do that, but yeah, it's probably where they should be at. Anyway, quickly. These ain't in order, so we're just going to go. Resident Evil 5. I think Resident Evil 5 is one of the best co-op games ever made. Some people might say it's not a Resident Evil game, hasn't got the survival horror or the scare factor, but man, this list is going to be how much I enjoyed it and how good of a game I think it is. So we're definitely going A at the minute. Maybe even higher. No, or lower. If you were playing this on your own, oh yeah, it's probably just going to become very good. But yeah, if you're playing with a co-op buddy, this is one of the best co-op games. Yeah, for me it is anyway. Oh, so we have Resident Evil Remake. God, this is almost perfect for me as a remake. The horror was there, they improved on the original, they added Lisa. It's like the original, but better, with added content. It's magnificent. The graphics as well at the time, 2002 this game was out. Yeah, we could quickly. This is amazing. This is one of the best games I've played. Oh, survival horror at its peak. It's going to be hard to beat that, but we'll see. Oh, Resident Evil 3. Resident Evil 3, oh, they're really up the challenge here. You got like Nemesis is so scary. He comes after you. He's relentless. It doesn't feel like he's scripted at all, really. You get decisions. The challenge is there from Resident Evil 2, which ain't. God, this is a great game, and I really enjoyed it. And it's going to go in there for now. We'll see about how these fit and where they're going to be in which order at the end. Resident Evil 2, one of the classics. The first Resident Evil game I played. I remember going to the police center, seeing Leon and Claire. The File B and 2, replaying those. They were so different. One of my favorite games of all time, and probably my favorite Resident Evil. So I don't know how this would go. I mean, I feel like this is the better game remake, but this is one of my favorites. So we're just gonna go with this is probably better. But you know, if I'm rating it a couple of years ago, I'm putting this there. Resident Evil Outbreak, we're gonna put that very good. This was intended to play online back in the day, but you needed like a modem and you needed really good internet on the PlayStation 3, I think it was. Or was it 2? It was 2. Yeah. But a lot of people couldn't do this. This is a File 1. But I feel like File 1 and 2 were kind of very similar. They were brought out very in amongst each other. There's similar gameplay. 2 has like slightly better gameplay. Like you can like walk with a gun and stuff. And the scenarios is a lot more challenging and harder and not so linear as this, but I kind of like the stages on this, so that's why I'm kind of putting them level. A lot of people would say these are almost like the same game, and maybe some other people would say, well, no, this has better controls and is harder, so it deserves to be higher. But anyway, very good. Let's get on to the next one. If we were going to rate them as a solo experience, I'd say they're probably just good, because I didn't really like them, and I only played them co-op. If I was playing them on my own, I'm dropping them down there. But co-op, this is great. Actually, co-op, it's probably A, great. Anyway, Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 is probably one of the best games made. But a lot of people will hate it because they changed it and they went into the action mode. I really enjoyed it though, still. So I'm going to put it there for now, but we might change it around a bit. You know, it's been remade so many times for a reason. It's very popular. Do I think it's one of the best Resident Evils? Nah, not really. But it's definitely a great game. I've played it quite a few times. Yeah, that village bit. And the chainsaw man coming after you. Oh my god. But then you have Ashley. Anyway, Resident Evil 1. The original Resident Evil. So I didn't play this first off. It has so many memorable moments, like the acting. The acting being really bad is a good thing in a way. Don't open that door, Jill. This is a dining room. And I did the opening door scene with a Barry voice, but it doesn't matter. Relax and play, Rebecca. That was supposed to be Chris. Anyway, for enough of the quotes, there's so many Jill sandwich, all that. It's a good game, I mean, but I feel like 2 improved things a lot. And a lot of the games. It was harder, though. This game was harder. So yeah, we're gonna just put this in very good, because I didn't enjoy it as much as these, and I don't feel it is as good of a game as these. Right, Resident Evil 7, I think this will be the most diverse and mixed opinion on this list. I think a lot of people who have not played the game and just watched it will probably put it there. But if you played this game and you hear the sounds and everything, you'll know that this is a good horror game. Maybe it won't fit in your Resident Evil games because they haven't got the characters or something, but it is survival horror, and it's a really good horror game, and a change of pace. They needed it. After 6, I think. Is it as good as... is it in the same bracket as very good? I guess it is a very good game. It's not a great game, I don't think. Some people might think that. But I'm going to go very good. I know... give this a... Well, saying if you already watched the Let's Play, it's probably no point of giving this a chance, because you'll know what happens, but it is different playing it. It's more scarier than it looks. Resident Evil 2 Remake, it's definitely a great game. Some people would say they've improved everything, but I think like the A and B files are identical. They don't really need to be played, and plus like Leon A and Claire A almost identical as well. Like they got a lot of the same bosses. So I feel like it's not as complete as this, even though like the gameplay is obviously better, the graphics are better, the acting's better, so it does improve on a lot of things. Is it a great game or a very good game? That's probably... I think it is that, but for me it's that. For me it's very good, but it is probably that. That's just my opinion. Just because I didn't enjoy it as much as others. Revelations 2, pretty good co-op game, fun. I think they improved on Revelations 1, but the only problem is I had this episode feeling or episode factor where there's like episode 1, this is what happened on this day. So that was kind of annoying, but it did bring co-op and it was interesting. Bring Barry Burton, and Barry Burton's the badass in this. Yeah, I'm back. He's so good that, but I'd say it's probably good. Or it could be like on the end of this. We'll have a little look later. We're gonna figure it out after. Let's quick. Code Veronica is not one of my favorite games. I do respect this is a good solid Resident Evil game, and a lot of people would probably put this in like great to amazing. It's not for me. That's my personal opinion. Feel like it's a bit slow, like some of the areas I don't like, but I do like Alfred, and the bosses are great. The puzzles are really confusing, maybe too confusing for some. It is very good, but I'm gonna put good because I didn't enjoy it personally as much, but I do respect that it is a good game. Just not my feel. Like after I get to the second bit, I start to get a little bit bored. I don't know. Sometimes I never end up playing that second bit, even though it's my favorite character, Chris Redfield, and Wesker's in it. So it is good. It could be very good. We'll have a look later. Revelations 2. It's not as good as, I don't think so, but I do remember that boss, Mayday, or whatever. He's going, Mayday, Mayday. And you have to fight this boss, and you're on a creepy ship. It's got survival horror. It's got some silly characters in it, like Jess and some other guy with a red hair. It's kind of silly. Maybe we should put an average for a Resident Evil game, or we'll just say good. We're good for now. 0, oh my god, 0. 0 could have been really high on this list. It's kind of a missed opportunity. This is why they went with Resident Evil 4, because they got quite a lot of complaints on how old-fashioned they did it. And like it was the last sort of classic game to be made. With 0, I really liked the horror, the challenge, and the atmosphere. They were all pluses, but man, here are some minuses. This bloody hook shot in the game, that was terrible. You could leave it in a mansion or whatever, and you have to go all the way back to pick it up. And you have like cheap enemies in the game, like these little monkeys. They're like hunters, but 5 times worse. Maybe 10 times. They're so fast, they stun lock you. They're cheap as chips. Cheaper than chips, in fact. So this is probably pretty good, but I have a lot of problems with this. This could be very good. Chronicles, Umbrella Corps. This is an alright co-op game, but it's well below average. Is it awful? It's almost awful. I'm going to put below average for now. I did do a let's play of this, and it's kind of broken. It's not that fun. It's alright with friends. Yeah, it's definitely below average. It could even go into awful. Resident Evil is really... a lot of people will say this is awful. I don't think it's awful. I'd say maybe it's average or below average. The co-op side, a lot of content, but a lot of content doesn't mean a good game. I think it almost has too much content. I remember bloody Simmons. Simmons pisses me off. So he's a dragon, he's a fly, and then he's a dog, and oh my god, just take Simmons out this bloody game. Yeah, so you have like 4 campaigns altogether, a lot of content. If you play this co-op, I think you'll like it. Should I put it in there? I don't know. We'll have a little look. I'm gonna put it in there. And all these the games I've played, I think, yes. So, my top game is... I think it's probably Remake, Resident Evil 3. Resident Evil 3 is amazing, so yeah, we'll put it in there. Alright then guys, so these are the games I've only played. I've only got one in awful, which is pretty good. I haven't played a lot of these. I'm sure that a lot of these would be in awful. I think it is awful. I think below average would be pretty, you know, generous of me. I think Resident Evil 6 is a good average shooting game, so put it in there. A lot of people might put it at Fate. So this is on my good list. We got Code Veronica first year ahead of Zero and Revelations. And then we've got Revelations up top here. And this is my list in order. Pretty good what I want it. I might maybe this... Yeah, we'll go there. So this is my list, okay? I'm going to screenshot this. Anyway, just let me know if there's any on this list that you really disagree with, or you're like, oh yeah, he thinks like me about this game. If I don't think like you, don't get too angry. It's just a personal opinion on how I think about the game. I feel like this would be a lot higher on other people's list, and I accept that. Just not my thing. And I would probably say that this is probably a bit high, but I have special memories with this game. Me and Jen got together on this, and I spent hours of playing this. I did a let's play with Alonso on it as well. I feel like it's a good co-op game, that's why it's there. And these are great co-op as well. The different characters you can go, the challenge mode on these, fantastic online, not so much solo. Resident Evil 4, great game to play. And then we got these on the S tier. You got Remake, Resident Evil 2, and I think this is a pretty good solid list. I really do. I mean, yeah, I'm very happy with this. I know what you might be saying, put this up. It means it's a C+, alright? Because it's like right on the end. So it's almost... Hey guys, so with Resident Evil 3 Remake, it's not on here. I'd probably rank it in between Code Veronica and Resident Evil 0 in the good tier. Yeah, I just feel like Nemesis wasn't so... he wasn't scary, and he had 2 forms which were exactly the same, with Carlos going, over there, chill, here, rank 1 or whatever, and you shoot the electric. And the final boss as well on Nightmare and Infernal is kind of glitchy, and it's short, so there's a lot of negatives for me. It's not as good as Remake 2 or some of the other games for me. It's a good game, just good, barely in the good category. It's too short, Nemesis ain't great. Does have some good gunplay and some action sequences. Good acting too. Yeah, we'll leave it at that.